What's up guys, Jez here from Whiskefy and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV. This is episode 112, which is exciting because we did not go up in proof. I think we actually went down. So once again, sorry Jacob, I guess just other things are happening. Meh, you'll have to wait. Now, what I have for you guys this week is a bottle of Mellow Corn. You guys saw me pick this up not too long ago. So it's actually good to kind of get in, get some tasting notes done on it. Oh, that is where it's at. So this was not a spill, and we are 4 episodes since last spill as well, which is always fun. That is really light, so I will leave that there, make sure that's all good to go. We're good. Okay, so Mellow Corn, 100 proof, 50% ABV, making it sorry, the earphones are slipping out. There we go. It is $60 Australian or $15 US, which is a steal. Now, you guys can see on the bottle there, it says bottled in bond. If you guys aren't familiar with bottled in bond, there's a lot of things go on to make it bottled in bond. They can't just slap bottled in bond on there. I've gone through it 1,000,001 times. I'll go through it again. It's not written down, so I'm gonna try and do this from memory. It has to be done in the same distilling season. 2 distilling seasons happen every year. It has to be in a federally bonded warehouse. Has to be bottled at 100 proof. At least 4 years old. There's probably a few other things there as well. It has to be distilled. The labeling has to tell you where it was distilled from as well. I think I've kind of got everything covered. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure one of you guys will correct me in the comments. Now, we are moving on to the cask, which is a used bourbon barrel, which is obviously Heaven Hills ex bourbon barrels, probably like Elijah Craig or something like that. The mash bill is undisclosed, but for it to be a corn whiskey, it has to be at least 80% corn. I swear I read that somewhere. Yep, that's okay. No, it's not there. I don't know where I read that, but you know, it's corn whiskey, so who knows? I don't know what the rest of the mash bill is made up with because it's undisclosed. So let me just kind of hook into my little topical brief, and then we'll hook in for the tasting notes. So straight off the bat, Mellow Corn is a corn whiskey. It is classified by at least 80% corn, aged at 2 years. But Heaven Hill have decided to flip it and make it a bottled in bond. So obviously slapping that bottled in bond label, and it kind of takes it to that next level, which was the idea for bottled in bond anyway, where we actually knew what whiskey we were getting rather than someone just putting a label on there and going, yeah, she'll be right. That's Colonel E.H. Taylor, I believe, came up with the bottle in bond. Once again, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it takes that extra age to a minimum of 4 years. Corn whiskey isn't anything new though, because it is no, that's right. Yeah, corn whiskey isn't anything new as it's from the same family or direct correlation to moonshine, which was originally the 15th century. Heaven Hills Mellow Corn has been around since 1945, but it's only recently taken shape because the explosion of like American whiskey back into America, so it's feeling like 1933 again. We've also got the demand for like craft spirits as well, like corn whiskey blowing up, like your finished stuff, your I guess craft distillers as well. It's all crazy stuff, but we love it. This is what we do. This is what we live and breathe. So we have 4 minutes and I've finished the brief. I'm normally still trying to get through the name at this point. Okay, super alcoholic on the nose. Maybe I should have let it breathe for a little bit longer. I know I covered it earlier, but it's just super light, as you guys can see. Yeah, light oak there. Some vanillas. It's it's feeling like it's very sort of one-dimensional. But I'm not getting that like overly corny note there either. So for the taste. Okay, this is where it gets fun. So super thick viscosity. Kind of gives me like this light heat running down the side of the tongue, which is good, but then it's also giving me this big cornbread note there as well, which kind of just ties it in to like really make it feel at home. So that bready note kind of works in its favor just for the finish there as well. So it's got some oak. It had like a bit of spice there as well, but it's not rye spice. What is that? What do I have? Oh, that is. Oh, yeah, I kind of get that. So looking at my tasting notes that I did earlier, I've written down some like weird stuff, which is not typical for me, but I'll kind of like go into it because it's not, obviously using different glasses gives me different things. So on the finish, I've got a long finish of toasted oat, mixed nuts, and a light banana. Now in this glass, I'm not really getting, I probably put the thought in my head now, so it'll come through now, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's coming through. See, the thoughts there makes it happen every time. I wouldn't say it's like mixed nuts. I'd say more of like a trail mix, something like that. But still enjoyable. I did miss something on the palate as well that I got earlier, which was like notes of finger bun. So you've obviously got that breadiness, and then you've got that soft icing on there, which kind of just coats it all, makes it super sweet as well. Which leads me to the buy bar or pass. Now, put up there, so like $60 for 100 proof, giddy up. You can't go wrong. $60 for 100 proof, so 50% alcohol. That is basically on par with Wild Turkey's 101. So we can definitely see it in Australia for that price, and corn whiskey, hey, like, can't go wrong. Now, second one is the it's a mouthful of flavors, and it kind of feels like really desserty as well. So you got your trail mix, your toasted oak, your finger bun, which is like a bready kind of sweet snack we have in Australia. It's like, I don't know if you have it globally, but who knows? We like finger buns. Oh, finger buns. Steady, Dave. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna leave it there. I obviously went for a buy on this one. This episode kind of feels a little bit out of whack too, because like my glass obviously wasn't reflecting the tasting notes that I got. So obviously I'm just gonna leave the tasting notes that I wrote down earlier in the description below, so you guys can kind of play along at home. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this Whiskey Wednesday. It's episode 112, as I said. So I'll leave it there. Love y'all. Stay thirsty. Peace.